But the good news is that he's coming back with beer. He's got more beer. No umbrella because he's hardcore.
Real man of genius.
Real man of genius. And that's how you do it here in Cambodia. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another video. That's right. Hey, this is now July. And July is my favorite month of the year. Do you want to know why? Well, I don't care. I'm going to tell you anyway. Because July is the month of my birth. That's right. At the end of this month will be the day we commemorate the auspicious day when I slid from my mother's birth canal and entered this world aiming at the end of my life for mediocrity. And I have achieved it. So I am happy. And that also means that I can ask you, without complaint, for birthday goodies. Excuse me. I don't want presents. I don't want a cake. I don't want a party. You know, I have links down below for PayPal and Ko-fi.com. You can help donate. And that helps support the channel and me as well. And that's always very much appreciated because, of course, we always love our supporters. But this, you can also purchase my books, one or more of those. That'd be a nice happy birthday gift. And I have a link down below where you can find all those. Read the synopsis. I actually made an author page on a little one-page author page. That you can read the synopsises of all my horror books. And then click from there and go to the place where you can buy them for really, really cheap. So be sure to check that out as well. And this birthday is a good one because I'll be 62 years old. And that means I can apply for my Social Security, my money from the United States government that I'll get for the rest of my life. Because I worked hard and laboriously throughout all those years, all my years, and yeah, so hopefully starting next month, for the very few of you who go, yeah, why do you always ask us for money? Yeah, because that's what, when I read those comments, that's what I think it sounds like in my head. I'll be like, well, you know, hopefully starting next month, if the process goes well. Who knows with this administration, they make things complicated. But if it goes well, starting next month, I won't have to do that anymore. So basically I'm saying I just need your help for at least this one more month, and that would be great if I could get a couple $100. And then next month, I'll be sitting pretty, or prettier, or as pretty as somebody like me can be, which isn't that pretty. Oh, whoa. All right, so when you move to Cambodia, you're going to want to bring some things, but I want you to learn from, as always, the mistakes I made when I was coming here. I'm not ashamed to say I made a lot of mistakes. I didn't have a channel, really, that I found that I could go to for, like, information about day-to-day stuff, cost of living, visas, or little details about Cambodia, right? I had to find it all out on my own. And I messed up a few times. It happens. But when I came here with 2 carry-on bags, 2 backpacks, and a big, oh, excuse me, and a big suitcase that I bought specifically for that purpose. I didn't have a suitcase before. I've never moved anywhere. I never needed it. But a big suitcase, and I had that thing packed like it was bulging out because I didn't know what I needed, what I didn't. I was putting everything in there. I thought maybe I can't buy in Cambodia, you know, and come to find out, I could have probably went with a small suitcase, like half that size, just packed the things I actually wound up needing, and been a lot better off, because I didn't need a good portion of the stuff I brought here when I first moved here, and it's only improved since then. So I thought I'd share that with you. The first thing, let's talk about clothes. Listen, I had my favorite t-shirts, right? Band t-shirts, movie poster t-shirts of my favorite movies, my favorite bands, and I brought all of them with me. I went through all the ones I had. Oh, excuse me. And I brought as many as I could. I just packed and packed and packed and packed. And then I hardly ever wore them because they were cotton or a cotton blend, and you will sweat in cotton. It is hot here all the time, of course, and I was sweating a lot. And of course, when you sweat like that, it seeps into the fabric. You have to do laundry more often because it just gets to the point where you're stinky, man, whenever you walk around, you know. So I would advise against, bring a few t-shirts, right? Bring some underwear, bring a few t-shirts. If you're into wearing shoes, bring socks. Even though I haven't worn socks or shoes in years, there's no need. I got flip-flops. That's it. That's what I wear. But everybody's different. Of course, if you're coming here to work, to teach, you'll need a good pair of shoes and socks and things. But you do want to bring a couple t-shirts. But once you get here, you'll find these t-shirts that are breathable. They wick the sweat off you to a certain extent. They're much cooler, and they're readily available. Almost anywhere you go, you can find them. And if you do have need for something like long sleeve, buttoned up for an occasion or something, you can find those anywhere too. As a matter of fact, back down that way, I just passed a big lot that has a plethora of men's and women's clothes, all different kinds. You can get the t-shirts, you can get the button-up long sleeve shirts, you can get pants if you need them. But the thing is, you don't want the cotton. So if you have a large collection like that, you can wash them and put them in the Goodwill bin or whatever you want to do with them before you come here. Because like I said, I wound up hardly wearing them at all my first year here, and then after that, not at all. And now if I need a new t-shirt or whatever, I can go down to a store on Wabo Road and spend $2.50 and get one. And they're one of those, like I have on now, that's just it's lightweight, but it's breathable. You don't sweat as much, that kind of thing. So yeah, clothes, definitely keep it at a minimum. What you need: shorts, a few t-shirts, underwear, a few pair of those, and everything else you can buy once you're here. This will help leave room in your luggage for other things you might need. You don't have to bring the whole closet like I did. Oh, excuse me, which wound up being a mistake. Now, when it comes to things like, let's talk about like sunscreen and lotion you rub on your skin if you use lotion and things like that. Again, you can find those things here, but those things, along with toiletries like shampoo and body wash and things like that, are more expensive here than you can probably find it back home. When I was back home, I used to use Schwab. I used to get a big old huge bottle of Schwab excuse me, Suave, I should say, body wash for $1.25 at the time, and a big old bottle of Suave 3-in-1 shampoo for like $1. And it lasted me months and months and months, right? Because they were a big bottle. But here, those things are going to cost you like, you know, $7, $8, $9, depending on where you go. So yeah, if you can find those things cheaper, bring some with you for a few months. You know, you don't have to buy a whole case. You don't have to, you know, put half your suitcase with those items. But you do want to, you know, if you can find them cheaper, yeah, bring one with you. That should last you, you know, those big bottles last you a few months. And but again, these are things you can find here. They're just more expensive here. Now you can find bars of body soap for 50 cents at any mom and pop shop. They have a couple brands here that work just fine. They're just bars of soap. Buy yourself a loofah, or be like an animal like me and just you know, get yourself wet, rub it all over and rinse it off. Yeah, however you want to do it. But you can find them here. I don't want to say you can't, but you might want to bring 1 or 2 bottles of those, because you don't need to bring more than that if you think there's a lack of availability, because there is not. And another thing would be bedding. I did bring, in my suitcase when I first got here, I did bring a sheet, a pillowcase, not a pillow, but a pillowcase and a blanket. And again, it's one of those I bought brand new. I didn't open it until I did it just for this occasion, because I didn't know what the apartment situation was like. I didn't know if they provided those things. But the thing is, yes, they do. I've never been to an apartment that didn't or already have sheets and blankets and pillows and pillowcases and things like that for you, you know. So that was my mistake. And again, it's one of those I never used, eventually just got rid of. But yeah, when you get an apartment here, you're going to get all the essentials at least. It might not be fully furnished. It might not have tables and chairs and pots and pans and silverware and dishes, but it will have the basics. At the minimum, you'll get a fan of some kind, either on a wall or overhead, and you'll get a bed that has, again, sheets and a blanket and pillows and pillowcases. I've never found that an issue, so don't worry about that neither. And likewise with all those things I just talked about, dishes, pots, pans, silverware, any kitchen tools or appliances, yeah, you can find them here, and they're really reasonably priced, not too expensive. And no matter where you move, likely, not always, but sometimes, you know, likely, you'll need those when you move into your new place. You have to do a little shopping at the local market, get yourself a pan and a pot and a bowl and a plate and some silverware, a little rice cooker, a little electric water heater thing, kettle. And you can find those everywhere for not a lot of money. So don't worry about bringing any of those things with you either. Now, of course, when it comes to things like clothes, I'm speaking from the point of a person coming over here to retire. You can find dress shirts over here. Kelly from the channel Autumn in Asia, he has handmade, tailored, really nice shirts made specifically for him. The material is resilient, it's very lightweight, it's breathable, and all that. And he pays $16 for a shirt. But it's a very, very nice shirt, and it's tailor-made for him. So it's not off the rack. And so if you're coming over here to teach, or you need professional business attire for some reason, again, pack what you need for that, but you can find them here. You can get pants and dress pants, dress shirts, ties if you need them. You know, whatever kind of clothes you need, you can find them here. So you don't have to pack a lot of those, even if you're coming here for that purpose. Your first couple weeks here, you can go shopping and get yourself some custom-made duds. Look good, they feel good, and you'll be your professional best self, hopefully. So yeah, those are some things you do not need to bring here. Do not overpack like I did. It'll make your life a whole lot easier. Trust me on that. And I hope that helped. And be sure to check out all my links down below. Like I said, I have PayPal, I have Ko-fi.com. If you want to help donate for this month of my birth. There are other channels vlogging from this part of the world. I listed a whole bunch of them down below, and you should check those out. Like them, subscribe to them, listen to them. They all have different experiences here, and they're all very good. So from Siem Reap, Cambodia, I will talk to you guys in the next one.